Welcome to another edition of Coronavirus Nerdsville. In this particular video, we're going to discuss on how bigoted the WWE is. It dates back all to Stephanie's grandfather and Vince's own father, Vincent McMahon Sr. Depicting all these stereotypes. If you're an Italian, you have to do like an Italian mafia style, or you walk down going, hey, you mess with like in a tag team or a stable type faction, and you point to, and like some big brutish Italian fellow looks down towards his manager, who is an Italian as well. He goes, hey, if you want to mess with my manager, you're messing with me. Or if there was like the manager saying, you mess with me, you're gonna get the familia taking you out, you see, and we are going to kick your ass so hard. It's gonna make your children bleed. And things along those lines. And if you're Middle Eastern, you have to wrestle in these pathetic, culturally bullshit style of curl-toed boots. I do have Middle Eastern friends, and they do not have those type of boots because it's impractical and it is stupid. At first, since I was a huge World Wrestling Federation, now World Wrestling Entertainment fan, I said, why aren't you wearing your toed sandals and that? I seen the Iron Sheik wear them, and he goes, and they would go, oh shit. Now this is their parents. Their parents would say to my parents, oh shit, what piece of crap has your son been watching? And they would say the World Wrestling Federation at the time, and they go, those unintelligent Americans. And that's what they would say, those unintelligent Americans. Doing a broad stroke of America with what the McMahon family has done to that particular culture. Curl-toed boots must be Middle Eastern. All Middle Eastern people must be wearing them. It must be something cultural. That is one thing that the whole McMahon family does. They promote this in this whole crap about different cultures. Again, with the Middle East, they played off the whole Iraq war. It is professional wrestling. You don't need to bring in politics into a wrestling environment. People want to watch the whole good guys versus bad guys deal without looking at a watered down problem from what they're actually seeing on TV in the first place. Oh, and even have like Sergeant Slaughter teaming up with Colonel Mustafa and that other General Anand or something like that. Yes, well, saying that Saddam Hussein is a better leader than George Bush at the time, saying that the American people don't know what is good for them, and not to burn the American flag, but in deep-seated into the subculture, into the American culture, that a t-shirt, like a singlet, There's Hulk Hogan, like Hulkamania across the chest in that iconic writing. Lighting that on fire. Like, it's just saying, oh, we're burning the American flag. You're not burning the and people got an uproar saying, oh, that's like Americana. But originally, Vince Sr. made Hulk Hogan to be Irish. Which is funny, Terry Bollea, who is a Canadian by birth, playing an Irish American who is now the most iconic thing of Americana. The funny thing about it is, the same thing can be said about Pamela Anderson. She is Canadian, who played a Californian lifesaver, who now embodies the Americana woman. America outsources its own Americanness to Canadians. Think about it. Now let's get back to the point at hand. They held back quite a lot of African Americans. So much that they have done to destroy the African American relations with the broader community. I can only name 2 African American world champions in WWE, WWF, Worldwide Wrestling Federation history. And that is The Rock being the World Wrestling Federation champion, and Booker T, the WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Or back then he was known as King Booker. There's great African American athletes. There was Junkyard Dog, who had it all. He had the style, he had charisma, his grace. He had it all. But did they give him a shot at being a world champion? No, they didn't. Why? Because he's African American. Now you look at Ahmed Johnson, the master of the Pearl River Plunge. Did they give him a world title shot? Or even put the belt around his waist? No, they didn't. Why? He's African American. Farouk was WCW World Heavyweight Champion long before when he was under the name Ron Simmons, when he defeated Vader in the early 90s. Again, I can say WCW only had, from my knowledge, only had 2, and that's Ron Simmons and Booker T. But that's another video. There have been so many great African American athletes who have entered. Oh, so Mark Henry, sorry to say, I forgot. Let's see, Mark Henry, Booker T, and The Rock. The only 3. Should have given it 2 more. Why isn't Kofi Kingston or R-Truth in the world title run? Why? Because it takes away from the white Caucasian bullshit Americana image that they want to put up. That's the WWE in a nutshell. They had a Samoan portraying a Japanese sumo wrestler. Nothing against the to Yokozuna and his family. But really, they should have had him as a Samoan and left him as a Samoan. Instead of having him, though he was a bit, paler than normal Samoan looks, but still, should have given him the world title run as a Samoan. Again, this is what the World Wrestling Entertainment does. The World Wrestling Federation did, and the Worldwide Wrestling Federation did before then. They use someone from a different culture to bring in and use them and say, "Oh, he's not Samoan, he's Japanese." They did it again with Rikishi. Oh, Rikishi, big fat, must make him a sumo wrestler. For bloody hell, honestly, bloody hell here. No, fuck this, fucking hell. They gave Rick Derringer's theme song to a Canadian. Rick Derringer's song speaking about how glorious America is to a Canadian. They've given Japanese music to a Samoan. They're not wanting to utilize people properly. They've only had one Indian world champion. They've only had one Middle Eastern world champion. Come on. See how enraged I am? It's literally zapping my energy now. They do so much stuff with stereotypes. It's not funny. It's becoming pathetic. Rustiff is another fine example of race. Oh, and they're doing it again with politics. Oh fucking hell. Oh my fucking hell. Oh, to the great deceiver. This bullshit is still going on. Russia doesn't want to play nice with America. Well, the WWE doesn't play nice with Russia. I know. We'll bring in Rusev. We'll bring in Lana. Though it's been 30 odd years since that Rocky film came out, we will still use it. With Dolph Lundgren and Sylvester Stallone. Dolph Lundgren playing Dreykov and Sylvester Stallone playing Rocky, the main character. And again, it's still trying. Balboa. Oh man, it's just so stupid to think that the WWE can think they can get away with this sort of stuff nowadays. They could have brought in a group of Russians. A good group of Russian wrestlers who would come in and say, we're the part of the Russian Revolution. We're not going to lie down for any of your American superstars. And this is what the reasons why that Russia is not joining the United States in this conflict or that other conflict. Which can say, oh, we Russians do not agree with how America is doing things, which would have been good, just by reading it down. Let me just quickly duck around. Yep. Like, they could have gone some sheets of paper and gone, we, the representatives of the Russian Federation Republic, or the People's Republic of Russia, hereby decree to the American people that we will not enter the war on terror as we do not believe in what America is saying about this and the other. And then you can go okay, see here. We, the Russian people, have our own way of getting rid of dictators and other such detrimental forces to the globalized society. We will eradicate these problems our own way. We do not need to join up with your cause as to bring forth hatred upon Russia herself. And again, we, the people of Mother Russia, lovers of all that we love that is all that is free. We do not agree with these terms and conditions of the United States of America and their allies to go into war with these Middle Eastern with the aforementioned Middle Eastern, or let's say they entered Middle Eastern countries beforehand, and we do not condone these actions. If they want us to do so, we will do so in a more political way. Blah blah blah. False sign Vladimir Putin, or false sign the Russian Parliament. They could have done that, but no. They had to go back to the old Rocky IV mentality. Hey, you can go and get him, Rock. Yeah, you can go get him. Rip their hearts out. Beat them till they bleed. Kill him, kid, kill him. That's what they did with Zeb Coulter and Jack Swagger. Trying to make Jack Swagger like Rocky Balboa. And Zeb Coulter like Mickey or Mikey, or whatever the name was. You can correct me later on. But they're doing that. They're going to bring in this Japanese star. Well, if we bring in this Japanese star, we might get more profits from Japan. They have no idea of how to properly utilize someone from another country, and that is sad. They're only thinking of one thing: the American dollar. Hell, 4 years ago, Australia had more of a dominance in currency. They should have geared more towards the populations of the world who had the most funds. They should have had an Australian World Heavyweight Champion or an Australian WWE Champion. The reason why they didn't, it's because they didn't want to lose the American fan base. They didn't want to do a true freaking Japanese champion, because why? It will upset the American audience. I have no problem with America, but it's just the WWE using some false stereotypes that the American society had in the 1970s. They all believe, to this day, the WWE officers, that Indian people are nothing more than some dirty, disgusting bums from India who would dance around because of some beautiful, charming music. Dun, 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 there. You can see up there. That is the Indian flag. That is my father's. Look, not that one. That one is my father's flag. And you know what? It insults me when I see the Great Khali in the ring. And they go, Uchi kakamakari he baba. I'm like, hang on. That the Great Khali now? What happened to the other piece of music? What happened to the more intimidating music? What happened to the music that gave me absolute joy to be part Indian? Man, they went from heavy metal to Justin fucking Bieber. The original, which I will find and put in the descriptions, the original Great Khali piece of music, and I will put in there the new one. The new one I hate, the old one I love, because the old one said it was like more of it's like India saying to the world, yeah, come on, you don't think we have guys this big in our country? Come over here. We have a lot more where that came from. Khali is not just one. He is not just the one. He is one of many giants of India that can do you harm if you mess with India. Now they got him dancing around and having Punjabi Playboy. I would, and this is, this is just so stupid. Another form of stupidity from the WWE. They can't give good, complex character design for. Look at R-Truth now. Back when he was Raw on the Truth Killings in TNA, he didn't have to rely on singing his way down to the ring like some R&B star or some rap star. He went down to the ring, did his bloody business, and got out. Instead of going, it's my clean's name to fit in. What the fuck? Now he's doing like an offside. It's like watching Virgil with the $1 Million Man all over again. In this case, Dolph Ziggler, the $1 Million Man, and Raw on the Truth Killings, or Ron Truth, being Virgil. Oh, stunt double of Ziggler. Wow, we haven't seen that before. A real wrestling fan would say, yes, we've seen that before. The $1 Million Man, Ted DiBiase, did that with Virgil. And you know what? I can't wait to see R-Truth say, to hell with you all, I am Ron Killings. I'm no longer R-Truth. And I will tell you this. I'm going for the world title. I'm not coming down to the ring looking like some stupid stereotype. I'm going to come down here in something that I can wear. I'm going to come down to the ring like who I am. I don't care if it rubs you stupid fans the wrong way, because I'm not going to come down to the ring with some stupid R&B crap that I had to sing to you all like how my ancestors did back in the day. Yes, Master, I'll sing for you, Master. I will want to see that day come. But then he will get fired and I would want him to go back to TNA. There's so much inconsistencies with the WWE. Oh, this country is doing something against America. I know, we'll trash their country by saying that their country is this, that, and the other. We'll bring in this guy to say that this is... Hell, they even screwed up Santino Marella, who, in my books, deserves a number of shots for the world title, a couple of shots for the WWE title, and would have been a great one-time world champion. 3 times tops. Santino Marella, WWE or WWE World Heavyweight Champion. Now that would have sounded good. Umaga! If he was such a destructive bulldozer, the Samoan bulldozer, Umaga! Put John Cena's freaking world, freaking title around his waist. Put the ECW world title around his waist. Put the WWE title around his waist. I know they can't do that anymore because he's in the skies above, saying, looking down thinking, what the hell's going on here? They've done so much damage to racial relations in World Wrestling Entertainment, World Wrestling Federation, Worldwide Wrestling Federation have done over the past 50, 60, 70 years, if you want to go back to Vince Jr.'s grandfather, Roderick McMahon. But then he was a boxing / wrestling promoter, so you can't exactly count that. I'm guessing he would have given African American athletes a bit more of a chance. But we don't know these things. These things are all hearsay and conjecture. Or what we believe, or what we choose to believe. Man. People look at some... We look online like this and see a guy with a wearing the Confederate flag, raising the Confederate flag, "Yeehaw! The South will rise again," and call him a racist. Someone look over here in Australia at someone wearing the Australian flag on their backs and call them racist or call them bigoted. Someone waving the English flag with pride and having it over their shoulders. In England, they'll be classified as a bigot or a racist. Same thing in Canada. But yet, that's only one person. An Australian person. This is the Southern American guy. With him doing that, going, "Yeah, the South will rise again. I love this flag, and this flag loves me." That's patriotism. A bit more north with the Star Spangled Banner, doing the same thing. Yeah, my country's the best, yo. Like a white man trying to be an African American rapper. But then they go, a bit too nationalistic for our liking. But it's okay for the WWE. It's okay for the McMahon Empire to do this this over half a century long empire of racial bigotry and racial discrimination to different people from different areas. The Big Show pulling down the Russian flag is only the latest in a huge line of offenses. Spitting on flags, using flags as toilet paper, using flags for sexual deviancy. These are crimes against the WWE, against the whole McMahon family. And I thank the goodness of Shane McMahon to get out of there, because he does not want to be because he does not need to be a part of this self-destructive bullshit that his father and now his sister Stephanie and his brother-in-law are going to continue. He has seen the fall of the WWE and the fall of the McMahon Empire in sports entertainment, and he's jumped ship. Congratulations to you, Mr. Shane McMahon. Have you taken your wife with you to greener pastures? And I will say this: if the WWE does not stop on this detrimental white American only, white muscular Greek god-like art, let me see. This is the qualities of the perfect WWE World Champion. Must be Caucasian, white. Must be chiseled like a Greek god. With muscles. Must be worthy of an Italian piece of, Italian, painting. And also a Californian dreamboat. These four things represent the WWE at this current state. And they destroyed the only man now that can fight against that, and it is the American Dragon, Bryan Danielson. They've ran out CM Punk, Mr. Phil Brooks. Why? Because he didn't fit that mold. Nothing against Brock Lesnar. Brock Lesnar, you have earned my respect. You are the great destroyer of John Cena. You have destroyed The Undertaker. You have taken Mark Henry and you ripped him apart. All because of you knowing your stuff. You knowing your skills in ring and outside. Now, if the WWE continues down this path, they will lose fans. These fans will go to independent wrestling organizations like Ring of Honor, like Combat Zone Wrestling, if they want more of a hardcore wrestling fix. If they want to look at some old favorites of theirs, they can easily go to TNA. If they want to see some good high flying style, look at some Mexican ones or some Japanese ones. See some great technical ones. Look at Europe and look at Canada. If you want to see a great hodgepodge of them all, look towards my country, Australia, for great wrestling action. Because the WWE and their bigoted ways will die. And to be honest with you, I will not be watching to see the McMahons fall flat on their face. I want to be there when Shane rises above his father and his sister and his mother and tell them, I told you so. You should have done things my way. Stephanie, you should have kept should have kept your stuff out of it. Should have kept your business at home. Paul, you should have stayed a wrestler. You should have been the head trainer for the WWE instead of being the COO. Dad, I am going to do a hostile takeover here, and Mum, you will not get another dime from the WWE to fund your failing political career. And I will put talent on there. John, you're fired. Randy, you got another few years. We'll let you go like that. It's just, I would love to see Shane do that. Do a hostile takeover. Instead of making it public, he buys out all the stocks and shares in the WWE and returns and makes the WWE great once again. Or makes it greater than when Hulk Hogan was champion, or when Steve Austin was champion, or when John Cena was champion combined. That's me on this topic, and see ya. Peace.